On this next episode of Places Harold and Kumar Would Actually Live, we're in one of the calmest, most community-based, and surprisingly sane corners of New York City, Sunnyside, Queens. The kind of neighborhood people move to when they're done partying and ready to pretend they're responsible adults. It's an area so diverse, the demographics look less like a census and more like the departures board at JFK. It's the kind of place where everyone knows everybody and nobody ever leaves, especially on the weekends when the 7 train decides to take a sabbatical. It's real community, real families, and food from 40 different countries that will ruin whatever bland suburban garbage you grew up calling dinner. The first thing you notice about Sunnyside is how violently normal it feels, the kind of normal that would deeply confuse someone from Williamsburg. This is the place people move to when they start thinking about big boy words like rent stability, and maybe even having space for kids without sharing an apartment with 6 male roommates. It's for the select group of New Yorkers who still want to be close to Manhattan, but also subscribe to this completely insane theory that human beings should sleep at night. Sunnyside began as a stretch of rail yards, farms, and open industrial land. Then, in the 1920s, a group of urban planners, influenced by the Garden City movement, designed a neighborhood around sunlight, trees, and the dangerously optimistic idea that human beings might want a connection to nature. This project became known as Sunnyside Gardens, and it quietly became one of the most influential urban planning experiments in the United States. And then you cross Queens Boulevard with that massive concrete Cold War border divider, and suddenly you're in the version of Queens that actually raised most of the city, the side where every building has a small business on the bottom and somebody's entire life stacked on top of it. You walk past corner bagel shops, Latin bakeries with bright cakes in the window, Irish delis, and neighborhood mosques quietly tucked between storefronts. Decade after decade, new waves of people arrived, opened shops, and slowly built the neighborhood you see today. A working-class immigrant neighborhood where dozens of cultures somehow coexist without the whole place collapsing into chaos. I like Sunnyside. To me, it feels like a small town, accidentally dropped inside New York City. You can feel it in the people, the sense of community, and the food. Except in this freaking White Castle, Sunnyside isn't trying to impress you. And that's exactly why the people who live here love it. Because in a city constantly trying to push people out, Sunnyside still feels livable. And honestly, it's kind of calming. I'm just not ready for that yet. But when the time comes to chill out, I know Sunnyside will be waiting like the promised land of rent-stabilized apartments and bedtimes.